A comprehensive report released today shows nearly 400 Catholic clergy in Illinois who have been accused of sexual misconduct. Dozens have ties to towns in central Illinois. Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini. Jessica's off tonight. The report is from the Anderson Group, which represents clergy sex abuse survivors across the U.S. The dioceses in Springfield and Peoria have responded, saying some of the information is misleading. WCIA3's Jennifer Jensen is here. So, Jennifer, what do we know about the accused?
Many of them have died, and many of the accusations date back several decades. But the report states the danger of sexual abuse in Illinois is a problem today, not just in the past. Through this release, these lawyers hope to make any and all information public. 395 names of Catholic clergy fill the pages of this report. It details the disturbing allegations of sexual misconduct against children while these men served in the church. Adelaide Amy, director of the Rape Advocacy Counseling and Education Service in Urbana, says publishing a comprehensive list like this can have many effects on survivors.
It can be so powerful to see in black and white that this really happened, because some of those children told the adults, and the adults around them didn't believe that a priest could do such a thing.
Many of the men lived in Champaign, Urbana, Decatur, and other cities in central Illinois. Robert Dodd was named in the report. He was the mayor of Champaign from 1983 to 87. He was accused of sexually abusing a student while working at St. Paul's Catholic School in Highland in 1971. His widow says this is something they never talked about. The list continues, including the names, pictures, and background information of each priest, bishop, or monsignor. The report claims church leaders have only informed the public of a fraction of the people facing these accusations. One section shows 29 priests from the Diocese of Peoria. The diocese was quick to respond, saying 26 of them have been listed on their website for some time and have been made publicly known and reported to the appropriate state's attorney. They also refuted the part of the report that said the diocese only reported the case of Monsignor Charles B. Bay after a lawsuit was filed. More cases involved clergy with the Diocese of Springfield. They also responded, saying they had already published the names of 19 priests who had credible allegations of sexual abuse of a minor. None of them are in active ministry. There are 4 other names listed from the report who weren't published by the Springfield Diocese. They claim no credible reports were filed while those people served with their churches. Amy says the trauma these children faced is horrific. The lawyers who created the report say the goal is to reiterate the importance of justice.
It's hard to overstate how important that is for the child who was not believed or who was in fear every Sunday for their, a lot of their childhood.
The report concluded by saying this will continue to be a danger until the identities and histories of sexually abusive clerics, religious employees, and seminarians are made public. The Anderson Group said they hope the report will push church leaders to publicly identify hundreds more clergy who face allegations. The Diocese of Springfield says in the past 20 years, 1 instance of sexual abuse has occurred. In the newsroom, I'm Jennifer Jensen, WCIA3, your local news leader.
All right, Jennifer, thanks. Now, the Diocese of Springfield offered its sympathy to survivors, saying in part, the extreme hurt some of our clergy caused decades ago is a disgrace, and it grieves all of us to see the suffering these sins have caused. The Diocese of Springfield pledges continued efforts to bring healing to the victims and survivors of this evil. The Diocese of Peoria offered a similar sentiment.